This is Leadership TV. See ahead, move ahead, stay ahead.
Hi, welcome to the 10th episode of our leadership series. Today we are looking at the functionality of leadership. The functionality of leadership. The 11 modes that determine how leaders function. Now, one of the things you need to understand is that leadership is a function, not a position. So every leader is expected to function once you are called a leader. But your mode determines how you function. To explain this further, let me just take this remote control. You see, you go and buy a sound system or a TV. They add remote control. This remote control actually determines how your TV or your sound system functions. On this remote control are various modes. So you press reverse and your TV is playing reverse, or your sound system is playing reverse. You put it on record and your TV is recording an event. You put it on play and your TV is playing. You put it on fast forward and your TV is playing faster than it should be. So you can see there are remotes that determine how things function. Today, I want to use the remote to show you how leaders function. So now, let's look at how many modes that the remote control can put you as a leader. The first mode that most leaders find themselves but don't really recognize it is the off mode. The off mode. You see, if you're a pastoral leader, in the off mode is where you are disconnected from your source of power. You see, when you press the off mode on your remote, you disconnect your sound system from the source of power. So you know what happens? Even if power is running, your system is not able to connect to that power. There are many leaders who are on the off mode. There are many pastors who are also on the off mode. There are many people who are on the off mode in their life. Nothing excites them. Nothing moves them. There are even people in their marriages who are on off mode. There are men who are on off mode. Their wives do not excite them anymore. There are women who are also on off mode. Off mode is one of the most dangerous places to be because you can no longer respond to stimulus. But you see, it's how we respond. The things that motivates us and inspires us that also determine on how we perform. The next mode a leader can be is the stop mode. The stop mode is a leader or a pastor who has given up on life, giving up on ministry, giving up on their dreams, and they don't do anything again. They are just in their stop mode. You know, the aspiration is no longer there, no more dreams, no more aspirations, no more big vision. They are just in their stop mode and nothing moves them anymore. They are growing big, they are sleeping at home, nothing is happening. Listen, if you are in your stop mode, I urge you right now as a leader, life hasn't come to an end. There's more ahead of you than the one that is behind you. Get up and do something with your life as a leader. The next you can be is to be in your pause mode. This is where you are now reconsidering. There are a lot of doubts in your mind. Should I still continue pastoring? Should I still continue leading these people? Should I still continue this business? And you are paused. But see, life is moving. The fact that you have paused and stopped doesn't mean that time has stopped reading. And if you don't take care, you will miss your season. Come on, get the energy back and do something again with your life. If you see, a double-minded person cannot receive anything good from the Lord. Get up and do something now. The next mode is the play mode. The play mode is somebody who is doing something. But at the end of the day, what you are doing is what you are expected to do. You see, if you don't perform beyond the expectations of people, you become an average leader. You see, when you go to the Olympic Games and you run at the pace and time where most 100-meter sprinters or most 100-meter athletes race. You are not celebrated. But when you set new records, that is where you are celebrated. So I will give you this advice. Don't settle for the average leader. Just settle for above average. Settle for an excellent leader. Perform beyond your job description. Perform beyond expectations. That is what highly successful leaders do. The next is rewind. Rewind. In the case of a pastor, this is a pastoral leader who is backsliding. This is a leader who is losing your fervency and your love for the things that you are doing. You used to be in the office from morning to evening. Now you can't even stay in the office for one hour because it doesn't excite you anymore. You are not happy about it anymore. Your life is retrogressing. And you see, sometimes you don't see it because probably other things around you are working. But ask yourself this question. In the next 10 years, with this attitude, in the next 10 years, will I make any meaningful impact? That is where you will sit back and see how many years you have wasted. Sometimes missing 1 hour might not have impact, but missing 10 years, when that 1 hour every day grows to become 10 years, then you see how you have retrogressed. I've made up my mind that I do not want to be old and regret. When I was 40, I said to myself, by the time I'm 50, I do not want to regret my 40s. And I look back and I'm happy. I said to myself when I was 50, by the time I'm 60, I want to look back and be very happy. You know, some of the things I set myself to do is to ensure that I can raise as many leaders as possible. That's why I'm coming to you this way. I am not retrogressing. I am progressing. That's what leaders do. The sixth one is the sleep mode. The sleep mode is where you have now become very lazy. You can't get up from your bed. You can't do anything. This will destroy you. A little folding of arm and a little sleep, and poverty will come to you like a bandit. Break away from that laziness and do something. Hard work brings result. Leadership is hard work. Leadership is totally hard work. Do you know, the more I work hard, the healthier I get. You know, in the midst of working hard, I exercise. Sitting in the studio today and speaking to you in itself helps me to burn fat and to regulate even my sugar levels. Can you imagine that? Activity is crucial, so work hard. The seventh mode is the record mode. In the record mode, you live on your past glory. If you can no longer talk about what you are doing, but you talk about what you did before, you are on record mode. Because you are only on your past glory. So the glory of the latter day must be greater than your former. You should grow, develop, and go on. If all the time your reference is in the past, you are on record mode. You are a historical leader, not a futuristic leader. Number 8, the replay mode. The replay mode is where you go run in circles. There's no progress in your life. The replay mode, if you're a pastor, you keep preaching the same sermon. You preach the sermon, you recover it, and come back there and preach it again. Your leadership, before you even talk, your subordinates know what you're going to talk about because you are not improving yourself. You are not developing yourself. Cycling the same information, the same leadership style, and you are not developing yourself. The next mode you can be in is the TV mode. The TV mode, where you sit by TV and you see men of God preaching and you want to touch the TV to become like them. They didn't get to where they have gotten to by watching TV. I call it the video game. You cannot sit down and watch successful people on TV and think that by watching them, you can become like them. Number 10 is the catch-up mode. Catch-up mode. You know how sometimes your remote has catch up. So you go and all the things you have missed, you go and you can catch up with them. You know what that means is that you didn't utilize the time, so you come back to try to catch up with what had been lost. There are many people in life, they are always playing catch up. They are always late in life. They have missed key things in their life and they are now playing catch up. Others are already ahead. So you can't compete by playing catch up. Manage your time well and be ahead of your time. Remember, you are either doing yesterday's things today, or today's things today, or tomorrow's things today. If you are doing yesterday's things today, you are catching up with time. If you are doing today's things today, you are on time. But if you are doing tomorrow's things today, you are ahead of time. And these are the people who succeed in leadership. And finally, the fast-forward mode. The fast-forward mode is where you do in 1 year what it takes others 10 years to do. Where you do in 1 month what it takes others 1 year to do. What it takes others 1 month to do. And where you do in 1 day what it takes others 1 week to do. And where you do things in 1 hour what it takes other people 1 day to do. And you do in 1 minute what it takes others 1 hour to do. You know, a leader in this mode sees ahead, moves ahead, thinks ahead, and stays ahead. These are the leaders who move our world and shake our world. Sometimes I get a few people around me who think that I'm moving too fast. Hey, you have to take your time, you have to take your time. These things, we think fast before we do it. And you've come to see a functioning organization. So what is your worry if we are moving fast? There are some people who are slow in life and want you to be slow. It is better to be last running with horses than to be first running with tortoises. Choose to run with horses and improve on your speed. Thank you, my friends, for joining me. I'm very sure I've changed your mode into a fast-forward mode. God bless you, and thank you for joining me. Amen. The mission of the Titi Ofe Center is to provide all manner of leadership learning opportunities to all manner of leaders in all manner of ways, mostly at no cost to these leaders who study at the Titi Ofe Center. To be able to finance the Titi Ofe Center and make sure that our projects are sustainable, I want to invite you to buy the Titi Ofe books on Amazon. Any book you buy is donated to the Titi Ofe Center for the development and the training of the next generation of godly servant leaders. Titi Ofe Center every year hosts the African Young Leaders Fellowship Program, where we attract young leaders from across Africa free of charge for a 10-day leadership development program. We also host MELT, the Management, Entrepreneurship, and Leadership Training Program. And this attracts also young men and women who spend weekends with us here at no cost to them at all. The Titi Ofe Center also hosts some of the biggest young pastors leadership conference. Is called IPLAS, the International Pastors and Leaders Under 40 Summit, where we house over 3,000 young pastoral leaders at no cost to them at all in our facilities. And we want you to support us to keep doing these things. Recently, we signed an MOU with the biggest student organization in Ghana, NUGS, the National Union of Ghana Students, to provide free leadership training to student leaders across the country. This is worth supporting. And above all, the Titi Ofe Center is also a mission center where this training offers us the opportunity to serve Jesus with our participants. Why don't you support the Titi Ofe Center by buying a Titi Ofe book, by creating a Titi Ofe library right now? Do it now, and the Lord will bless you.
This is Leadership TV. See ahead, move ahead, stay ahead.